Hello, everybody. My name is Gio Morales, your host of the Gold Squadron podcast, and we're coming to you live from round 3 of the Galactic Championship Cala qualifier. If you don't know what Galaxies is, this is GSP's big community-run worldwide event, guys. We have events going from now, May 1st, all the way to November, which is the culmination, our Galactic Championship. Top 32 today, they are getting an invite to that Galactic Championship event. Now, I will tell you, as we get into future ones, people can play in as many qualifiers as they want, and those invites just roll down to the next person. So if all 32 of next week's Best Spin people got an invite from today, that means that 33 to 64 would end up getting that invite, if that makes sense. Now, that's not going to happen that exact way. That's very unlikely. Let me just put it that way. But we'll see what ends up happening here. Now, today I'm joined by my friend, William Hagewood.
Pop to you, Dion.
That's right, my man. Now, we are about to break down these lists. But before we do that, let's remind you that today our round's brought to you by Curled Paw Creatives and District Foundry. Use that code GSP2021 to get 15% off. All right, Will, what's the list? And let's have the audience choose their champion. If you're watching on YouTube, put your choice in the comments down below.
All right, we got for your bet one all champion, Doug Howe, flying a 2-ship Imperial list. He's got a in the nude Darth Vader out there, no upgrades. In the Defender, 115 points. Who could have predicted that? Certainly not me. Along with him, as a wingmate, has chosen Echo. That is the Bendy Decloaking Phantom with Lone Wolf, Fifth Brother, and Afterburners. Lots of mods, high maneuverability on that Phantom. Against Doug here, on the other side, you bet 2 ball is I'm going to go with Daniel. Szentandrassy. Sorry.
You tried, man.
I gave it a valiant effort. He's flying with some beautiful painted ships and locks by the way. He's flying First Order here. Has 2 Epsilon Squadron cadets, both with automated targeting priority. Hollow with Proud Tradition and Ion Missiles. And then rounding out the list, of course, it's First Order. So you better bring the Supreme Leader himself, Kylo Ren, with Extreme Maneuvers and Advanced Proton Torpedoes. We see that the First Order has already started collecting locks onto Hollow, because that is one of the tokens he can pass. Remember that his ability is a must. At the start of the engagement phase, you must transfer one of your tokens to another friendly ship at range 0 to 2. So he puts the locks on there so that later on he can choose more accurately. Or, well, that's not correct. He has more options of which token to pass. If, say, he wants to keep a focus token, and that's the only, non-locked token on him, he can just throw off a lock onto him. And I already stole these locks from him. Blatantly ripped them off on Tabletop Simulator. Saved object, because they are looking super cool. Daniel has brought some very cool looking custom paint jobs for his ships. Very, very cool.
Now, one thing.
I have asked. Go ahead.
You go first.
I was going to say, I did ask him how he says his name, and it's Daniel Szentandrassy. That's about as close as I can get with my very...
Szentandrassy. Okay, so the T is in the second syllable. Szentandrassy.
We did it.
All right, Dion, you were saying?
So, just a quick thought. This is not a problem today, but, we almost always, when Kylo comes out, we're like, oh, Supreme Leader, cool, yeah, Supreme Leader Kylo. But we're, AMG spoiled it themselves. We're going to be getting the TIE Whisper at some point, which the subtitle on that one will likely be the Supreme Leader. And this one, this Kylo is actually the Tormented Apprentice. So look forward to us screwing that up in the future. Just saying.
That's right, because this is The Last Jedi, where he flies that ship. I don't think he flies the ship in Force Awakens, does he?
We don't see it. Assume that the TIE Silencer was sitting in the hangar. Yeah. I mean, I don't know. Headcanon it.
Sure. Whatever makes you feel better. Yeah, I am a big fan of this style of list for the First Order. It's what I probably have the most experience flying for the faction. Is Kylo, Hollow, and then essentially people to dump tokens off to.
Yep.
In this instance, it's two foe fighters. The I-1s out there, excellent blockers. They have the automated targeting priority to kind of up their offense after missing shots. And they are going to be, I think, an excellent tool to deal with this Darth Vader. Needs the extra bodies on the board to get some blocks. And the I-5s, Hollow and Kylo, should prey on Echo. In theory.
In theory, yeah, right? But man, that Echo is super. The bendy barrel rolls things that the Echo can do can leave you super twisted up. And there's times where Echo can get into spots where it's just literally impossible for you to point your arc. It is crazy.
I can't even explain what this could do, because you could, from his position here, you could decloak left, hard 3 right, boost left again, and now you're in the middle of the board taking, lane that you had no business taking. So it's you have to be a certain level of confidence to fly the Echo over Whisper. But I think the sheer maneuverability options in a 2-ship build like this, where you need to really be on the move, right? Can't release because Whisper just does the candy cane out and then back in, and you're not shooting at me because I have more tokens than you. This Echo doesn't operate like that.
Well, I mean, Doug Howe has flown a lot of 2-ship lists. He one of the very early in first edition was flying a lot of Tabson Kylo. So had some experience with two very different moving pieces that are needed to complete the game. So I have confidence in his ability to utilize both of these pieces. Now, of course, Daniel gets a say in it, and we know he's also a very good player. So this is going to be a great matchup. I'm excited to see how things go here. Kylo Ren out of range for a target lock. Your confidence in your friends will be your downfall. I mean, he is my friend, but I consider Daniel a community friend as well. We've interacted quite a bit. That's why I said he's got something to say in it. I know that he's a great player as well. And with the number of ships, you got 4 out there. I mean, if Daniel lets Vader do Vader things and just be super defensive, and he doesn't block him and doesn't have focus fire on him, then probably Doug wins. But if Daniel focus fires on a single ship, do what you got to do, and don't let these Imperial ships play on their terms, then Daniel's gonna take it.
And we see here Hollow opts to take the evade, and interestingly, should be out of range here. We can confirm that after the lock check from Vader. So he's going to be able to pass that token to the locked ship there, which it's going to need facing down both of these very accurate attacks.
Yep. Hollow as a support ship is very good. Spending 2 force there. He's going to try to. He's going to have to burn through both of those evade tokens.
Hey man, you're getting a 26-point ship to face down the Dark Lord of the Sith. All the better to him.
Hollow out of range. Kylo is going to have a through the gas cloud shot on Echo. This is unlikely to hit. 3-on-4.
Yeah, he's got Lone Wolf, Force, and Focus. And an evade that he probably doesn't want to spend. Kylo had to do some boost and barrel roll in there, so. And 4 evades from the gas cloud. Which means he gets to utilize all of that. Looks like Lone Wolf is active as well. Being able to double modify this attack.
That only needs a force to do it. That's going to be a crit with Fifth Brother. We'll see if he pushes any damage through on this red TIE fighter. And he's getting hit, crit into that Epsilon Squadron. What are we getting? What's a crit?
Well, these are crazy cards. There was a direct hit.
It was a direct hit. That ship is off the table.
Wow. The decision to take an evade action, or for Hollow to pass him the evade, not having the focus there. Oh, that hurts. That hurts so bad.
Yep.
Because you could have just lost one shield from Jader's attack and then dodged that one completely. Oof. That's something that gets under your skin. You know what I mean?
Yep. And
choosing the wrong token.
100%. And losing the blocker, I think, is massive in this matchup. Like, having those low initiative TIE fighters could have been a really good tool. Mind you, you still have 1, but 2 is greater than 1 because math.
Math is right. Yeah, Kylo's in an interesting lane here that I don't think he can hard to between the gas clouds. And even a 2 bank seems like he's going to nick the one he has locked out there. Echo, of course, can decloak back and left back into the gas clouds. Maybe do kind of like a scythe. I forget what we were calling it. But basically that out, then back in. What?
So the candy cane, right?
Well, it's a candy cane when Whisper does it.
It's more of like a scythe, yeah. That's like the Grim Reaper style.
Yeah, exactly. Call it an empanada. Oh, that's great. Oh man.
Are some people calling it a banana?
Yeah, the banana. That makes sense. Yeah, what the?
It's like that saying. It's like everything looks like a nail to a hammer. Everything looks like an empanada to Will Haywood.
All right. Well, we're getting some decloak action here. Whisper going bottom left, and I think trying to get a beat on Kylo.
Yeah, trying to get behind the stressed Kylo. If Kylo just wants to trade shots, Echo's like, whatever. I could do that. I have tokens. But you also, because of Lone Wolf, you want to stay away from Vader. Keep your distance. So let's see. Epsilon moves and might be blocking a 3 or 4 maneuver.
All right, so that's clearly going for a block there on Kylo. He is in a spot where Kylo cannot shoot him whatsoever. It's a good move, and that's a block. And you might have Vader just shimmying up and taking a shot at Kylo. He's going to have to contend with Hollow, though. And the Epsilon, potentially.
Doug Howe doing a great job here keeping, I don't know if it's a kill box, if it's just 2 ships, but he's doing a great job of keeping concentrated fire. We have a deplete here.
That's banking on Vader doing a 3 straight so that, if Vader went slow, you could have an opportunity to end up having shots on being able to trade there. But Vader is now in both of their arcs and has a decision to make.
I mean, just boost, right? Oh, is he
He's going for the barrel roll. I'm surprised on the barrel roll. The boost.
I don't think that gets him out of Hollow. To be honest with you.
I don't think it gets him out of either.
It's going to be close. Throws the deplete over to the Epsilon. Token passing.
And here's a shot. That's 3 hits. Vader into Kylo. Hit, crit. Sorry, prophetic. It hasn't been rolled yet. And defense, Kylo's going to be able to get out of that by spending a force.
Yeah, no problem. Ooh, do you show him the dark side here?
He's doing it.
Does. He's going to. Yeah, it's because the panicked is so brutal against Vader.
Yep. You need need your actions.
Yeah. With him only having an evade dice, there's a chance that Hollow could be putting through some damage. Now, granted, Hollow doesn't have a target lock on him. Mm-hmm. Yeah, but here we see the panicked pilot. Now, we don't normally get to read this card, so I'm happy to do so. I'll show you the dark side. Kylo can assign it by spending a force after defending. And essentially, when you would suffer a critical damage, you instead suffer the chosen card, which is Panic Pilot.
And there's a crit in there. Panic Pilot. Whoa, that is massive for Daniel. Massive.
1 shield, 1 damage card, and 2 stress onto that Vader. Huge, absolutely huge.
Again, that crit goes under the shields from I'll show you the dark side.
Yeah, amazing. A potentially risky maneuver from Kylo, but showing his grandfather what's up.
Echo taking some shots back. You know what? Vader being double stressed right now, he might end up having to give up about half points before he can actually be effective in this game again.
Yeah, let's check these. So it looks like we spent the evade. No problem there.
Epsilon did not have a shot.
Oh, man. Let's look at Defender Blues.
Mm-hmm.
That's very important right now. Their blues are all the straights, 2 through 5. So he does have a bit of an exit lane there if he just wants to hit the old gas. Otherwise, it's just 1 banks, which is not going to get you full throttle. Not that you would anyways, because you have 2 stress. Yeah, time on target gone. I thought he was set up for an easy 4K there, too. I thought it was going to be beautiful.
Oh, yeah. We're getting some shout-outs on the new crits. I'm glad you guys like them. We got crits for every faction. Crits for every faction.
That's a lot of crits.
That is.
What was the Imperial one?
Interceptor.
Ah, nice. Mm-hmm. Yeah, they take crits.
Mm-hmm. Fun way. There's some. Hopefully, you guys have noticed some of the small tweaks. Every stream, I try to bring something, just make small improvements as we move along. Hopefully, these. What's the word I'm looking for? Hopefully, these quality of life improvements for you guys are fun, and you guys really enjoy them as we continue into this round. By the way, shout out to my mother. She actually just FaceTimed me and is watching me commentate. Hi, Mom. I love you. All right, she's probably calling to talk to the sweet baby girl. But they are out and about today. Out and about. They're saying hi, Mom. By the way,
Mother's Day is coming up.
Mother's Day is coming up.
Mother in your life, or just a strong female presence. This would be the time.
Will, this would be an awesome, this should have been a perfect transition going into a 1-800-Flowers ad sponsorship. We have failed, clearly.
We gotta get the flowers. That was a perfectly executed decloak. There's some discussion in the chat about what decloaks would actually work, and that one did. Yep. Got a block on the Epsilon.
Went right forward there. I want to see what the Vader move is here. One bank ends up range 1 in front of Hollow, but I think gives you a better lane later. But I guess now 2 forward just gives you a shot into range 1 to Kylo for fun.
Yeah, Kylo turned away here. Not a bad idea.
Does my mother play X-Wing? She does not, but if she did, I'd buy her some Curl Paw Creatives tokens using coupon code GSP2021 for 15% off. If your mom does, you know what to do.
All right, looks like we got a barrel roll hard turn boost anticipating a 4 forward.
Oh, okay. He's keeping the stress and preferring to have the gas cloud coverage. He does roll the hit there, so forced to take the strain.
Ooh, Kylo might have him too. It's very close. Just out, it looks like, though. Kylo's at an odd angle. Yeah,
he's
just
out. He is out. Ooh. Vader able to avoid that shot. We'll see how much damage he's able to avoid here. He's still going to have.
It's a good call with the gas cloud. Get some defensive tokens out there.
That's right.
Not a defensive modifier.
Exactly, a defensive ability. He just normally has 3 agility. Who can't remember? This Defender Vader cannot use the Force on defense, only when attacking. So this is about the only way Vader can do something defensive.
Yeah, give up on him, Hollow. Go for that Echo.
I do like the range 1 shot on Echo right now. Only has the Force.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so Hollow bumped, so I had to get rid of his last target lock there. Gave it back to yellow, so it just dissipated.
Big money.
Whoa!
3 hits going into Echo. All 3 hits. Oh my goodness, that's half points.
No, he's spinning the evade.
Always got an evade. Okay, the squiggle.
Yeah, it does not have Lone Wolf, so only 5th brother to modify a shot back.
No, denied.
Oh, Echo. He might be a bit panicked himself because that was not a great showing.
That's right.
The tyranny of green.
Of 0 greens, yes.
Oh, man. Oh. I'm going to throw some blank dice in the chat. Oh, man. Double saddies. Yeah, that's... I mean... This is where the highs and lows in X-Wing come from.
Mm-hmm.
The person Natalie getting the 3 hits with, they arguably shouldn't have. And then just the person with mods unable to use them. So having to spend the evade to stay above half points prevents the cloak at the end of the round, mm-hmm. which he could perform because it's gain a cloak token, not perform a cloak action. So, man, I think they got 2 banks?
2 banks, 2 straight, 2 bank, 2 straight, 3 straight.
Yeah, not very much. Not a lot of options for Echo here to What do I want to say?
Maybe just a full bail. Just like turn away and take a turn off.
Yeah, because I'm almost. Yeah, I mean, just like 3 forward cloak, right?
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
Yeah, that was Doug, a big swing
Doug,
right there.
What a roller coaster. We almost. I was seeing GGs in the chat after the Epsilon.
I know.
Down.
Yep. Way too. Little early there, I think.
Literally. Yeah, between just nothing being rolled from Echo that round and that panicked pilot on Vader, super clutch. Good call with the showing of the dark side there.
All right, 2 bank, able to clear the Oh, Hollow in hot pursuit.
I was wondering if he'd risk it because if Echo went the other way, you'd look pretty silly.
And he's got the proud tradition, takes the focus right there.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah, they're converging in now.
Bringing in. I mean, he knows that Vader is not a threat. He's not a threat.
I mean, Vader's got 2 force or whatever. Oh, he didn't K turn. Yeah, he just left.
Yeah.
What? I expected the 4 white K there. Range 2. Pass the stress to the Epsilon.
Play conversions. I didn't have it ready. I need to put a hotkey for it. And that's hit crit. Looking into Echo, and that's going to be hit crit, one wolf.
And a force.
That's going to be a crit, though. That's on the shields. That's half points. And what do we get? We got a council fire, folks. We got a council fire. He's going to have to roll a die here to see if he takes an additional damage when his engagement comes.
Yeah, we got Cala with a force here, getting with arc as well. 2 hits after the force. 2 evades. That's a council fire.
Yep.
No, that's definitely a council fire. Yep. Daniel points it out. It's like, no.
And takes the damage. Echo down to 1 hull.
Wow. I mean, you still engage while you're cloaked, right?
Yep. 100%.
Yeah, because you could like still like feedback array and things like that. Man.
Yeah, it just counts as a disarm token.
Yeah, still engaged for all those purposes. Interesting. Wow, what a turn of events, man! A roller coaster here.
Now, one of the things we gotta kind of see here is, I like to look at win conditions for both sides. Right now, Daniel is clearly in the lead, right? Keep the pressure on Echo, take her out, and then bring everything in on Vader. But
yeah, I mean Vader's a great ship, but against Hilo and Kylo though, no. You have someone to block and someone to follow up every round. Going to be super powerful.
We have some requests for a close-up on Hollow. We'll go ahead and give it to you right now. Let's do that.
Yeah, try to get Hollow and the Kylo in the shot there because I think both their models are amazing.
They came out beautifully.
Well, see, yours. Me and James are talking about it. It looks pixelated for me, but it looks super clean.
I don't think it looks pixelated. I think it's like
low texture,
digital camo.
I don't know. It looks much better.
The silencer looks like a comic book colors,
And we got Echo moving. She's on the move.
Yeah, goodbye. You see the strength here with the afterburners of that high maneuverability. Dips out with the decloak, gives a little afterburners after a hard 3. And then cloaked? Barreled? He didn't take an action.
For anybody who's wondering here, this is again our third round out of 6. So normally for our flight club Saturday mornings, we only do 3 rounds, but this is a tournament, guys. This is the Galactic Championship Cala qualifier. That's what you're watching, and this is only the third of 6 rounds. We got more action coming tomorrow as well. Our top 32 will be battling it out tomorrow to find out who's going to be the champion of Cala.
Thanks everybody in the chat. Forgot that he had that. I already forgot that he had that console fire, so we just fixed that instead.
All right, Kylo and the Epsilon coming together. Ready to try to get some shots. Vader trying to clear the stress. He's stress-free. Stress-free is the way to be. And takes the boost. I like that. The 3 hard is going to get you pointed in the direction that the enemy's coming, plus a boost next turn, and you might even be able to engage.
What are the chances of 2 more I'll show you the dark sides and Vader dies with a shield?
I don't know, but I'm in. Never tell me the odds.
So it looks like both of those, Epsilon and Kylo, had no valid targets there. So we move on.
So this is kind of like the worst position for Echo, right?
You only have, one direction to move, and it's down the board edge.
Straight left.
I think you might have a right back. Maybe.
Yeah, I guess, but it's not helpful.
So, if you are convinced that you've lost the game, do you take the risk? Let's give the shot to the. Let's go to the Patreon cam, all right, and see. Do people think that the 1 bank and then 1 hard fit? It doesn't matter anymore. He did the bank.
Even if it didn't fit, he gets to 1 hard left anyway, and be pointed the right direction. He's just cloaked and can't shoot.
Well, no, I think the decloak fit. The hard one back on the board, or the hard one to stay on the board, didn't.
That for sure fit. Yeah.
All right. Echo looks like he's choosing speed.
Try zoom.
For decloak boost, 4 forward.
Afterburners.
Afterburners boost. So quick. Making the Jedi look slow.
Where are you going? Epsilon 2 bank. Going to have a range 3 shot on the cloaked Echo. Remember that cloak token adds 2 agility but does not allow the Phantoms to shoot. Has a disarm function there. But do know, it does not give you a disarm token. Okay? This is actually, I had a pretty long argument. A pretty long argument with pretty long argument with a player one time wanting to do some shenanigans with like cloaking a ship and then using another ability to move a disarm token off of a cloak ship so that it could attack at the same time. No, the cloak itself, the cloak token itself functions as a you cannot shoot. Just FYI.
We got some natties from Kylo.
Spicy, but nah, no problems. We're easy, baby.
Yeah, 5 dice. 2 evades.
And we got another range 3 shot. Let's see if the Epsilon can do it. The heroes are always the unexpected ones. 2 on 5. Not today.
Yeah, there is some discussion about Echo trying to go the other way around the rock.
Mm-hmm.
Potentially not decloaking at all and just staying there and cloaking. But I think a hollow here was in anticipation, waiting if that was going to be the case. So you still end up trapped in a corner. I think that this is probably the best kind of macro strategy. Is keep Echo alive, and bring the ships to Vader.
Yep, exactly. Use the offensive power of Vader. And Echo at this point is more of a distraction than anything.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, try to get Vader in there to disrupt the First Order, maybe even take out one of their firing arcs. But this has been an uphill battle the last couple turns for Doug.
Mm-hmm. Now, Kylo still being clean is also massive for Daniel.
All right, we're out of afterburners, so just going to recloak.
Mm-hmm. That's right. Right now, Echo's a distraction. Shoot me. Shoot me. I got 4 agility.
Yeah, this style is going to mess with his lone wolf, make him a little bit less defensive than he would normally be. But it could, what do I say? Inspire. I don't know if that's the right word. Convince the First Order to take their shots at Vader instead, if he is closer.
Yeah, Daniel's target selection today has been on point, so we'll see if he, quote-unquote, falls for it or not. And there's Vader with a hard 3. Focus evade, tank it up, and get ready to fire some fully modified shots.
Mm-hmm. Yep, was able to recover all that force, taking some time off. Howe doing one of my favorite things is seeing him pass an evade token to Kylo.
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
Here we go. 3 dice from Vader. And that's going to be 3 hits.
Easy 3 hits.
Let's see if we push anything through.
The Epsilon.
That's going to be 1. Shield. Starting to scratch the paint there.
It's a 26-point ship, whatever.
Mm-hmm.
the fact it just did explode to Vader is good enough.
I think right there, Doug's just taking the like, I know if I fire at Kylo, he's focus evade. It's impossible to do damage. And whiffs on that attack. No target locks in sight. Rolls the dice for fun. Got a couple. Here's the Epsilon coming back.
Yeah. This is a bit unlikely here. Ooh, gonna grab a calculate. Gonna go for Echo, I think. No, for Vader. Well, gets to calculate right back.
2 squiggles.
All right, so the tyranny of blank dice come back on to Daniel for this round.
And then we'd see a 5 straight from Vader to bully Howe.
I could see it.
Yeah, I like it.
I mean, if you run into Kylo, you don't need those defensive tokens.
You do not. You weren't going to use it anyway. Yeah, see if you can, because Howe is the weaker defensive one out there, and has to make choices between either being more offensive or more defensive. So make Daniel make the hard choice, and hey, you know what? Sometimes you need a stroke of luck to be able to take it off the board.
Yeah, I think Duck Howe's gonna have to be scared of shooting Kylo. That risk of showing him the dark side, digging out that other panicked pilot. What are some other good ones? Stunned, not as great. Do you remember what the other ones are? Blinded. I guess. But it's not slowing down Vader.
That's not slowing down Vader.
It does slow him down because it doesn't let him do his
normal
ability.
effect. That's right. Blinded requires it to be for a default effect. Okay. All right. What's the fourth one? For pilot.
Pilot. Stunned. Here, let me go look at my list here. We got blinded, panicked, wounded pilot. After taking action, take a stress.
That one
would be painful. Yeah.
Good because the full throttle evade is an evade action.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So yeah, Vader is definitely not shooting at Kylo for a while.
Mm-hmm.
Does not want to be messing with any of those crits. We see not Hollow. Echo came in for a shot.
Mm-hmm. We'll see what the maneuver is here, and this could be a good turn. Oh no, Echo getting bumped here. That likely means it stacks on top of Vader as well. Oh, Kylo clears.
Yeah, you can't barrel out hard one back in. So do you just regular boost?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, remember this Kylo does have extreme maneuvers. That is available.
I mean, do you just target lock Vader?
You can boost forward. Or angle boost. Angle boost so you don't take a shot from Echo.
He has an APT, so...
Yeah, he's trying to get that lock, and he is pulling the stress. I think I would just sit there. I was going for the most.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, but the lock is the important part. Exactly. That advanced proton torpedo.
He's
waiting. Excessive, in my opinion, on a 3-attack dice ship. But
it feels good, Will. It just feels good.
One more dice for 5 points. One more dice one time.
It's the crit modification that matters.
Oh, because of I'll show you
the dark side. I'll also punch you really hard in the mouth as well.
Oh, see, if Kylo wouldn't have boosted, Vader would have bumped.
And he is going after Hollow. He's going to have 2 shots over there.
Hollow's got to try to pass. They're probably not in range, though.
No, it's not. It's not in range for sure. And Vader right there, hit, crit. Hollow does have a squiggle. He's going to be taking one. First shield down on Hollow.
Yeah, I didn't want to take the deplete or strain.
Hollow's
turn. 3
3
dice, force evade. Yeah, I think you just had to go Whisper here. Or, excuse me, Echo. The potential to initiative kill it or strip some of its offensive modifiers.
Stripping the evade would be big. End up taking away that decloak potentially. Spends the lock. It's been hanging out there for a while.
That's right. He took it back in the corner.
Mm-hmm.
Or when they were in the corner.
Hit crit and probably uses the force here to... Yep, there it is. 2 evades.
All right. Well, that was Echo's offensive modifier.
I think that's a missed opportunity. He could have ion missiled. He only needs 1 damage. Take it away and evade die.
Good call.
3 hits
smart.
Coming in from Echo. Big money. And natties!
Not punished for that decision. I forgot about the ion missile. You're right.
He's got some sneaky tech on there.
Definitely would have been the right call. 100,000%.
Oh, that can't handle power of that magnitude.
I think I must have been, maybe if you forgot about the lock or something.
No, he knew exactly he had it. He just maybe he didn't. I don't know.
Didn't think about only needing the 1 damage. Yeah, because as a reminder, ion missile, you cancel a result after it hits to cause them to suffer 1 damage, and then all remaining hits or crits are ion tokens.
Here's a question though: if he had ion dam and they wouldn't have killed Echo, right? Like if Echo had more health, can she still decloak?
Mm-hmm.
I know she can't get her an evade, but she could be able to decloak, right?
Yeah, decloak's just a boost to barrel roll.
Okay.
It's not linked to an action in that point.
Right. Not a boost to barrel roll action. He only put it on the list just before competition. Vorosotos. I don't know if I said your name right, but it was fun while I was attempting it.
It's good tech. It is a good tech call. We talk about ion missiles pretty often, and their utility. By the way,
I mean, on a ship who's taking locks or who essentially gets locks for free, like you might as well.
Yep.
Might as well.
I mean, also they're also 2 points. So
2 points.
easy. Bye.
Missiles.
They've been trying to convince people to use ion missiles for a long time, and people just won't. I don't understand it. They're so good.
There's a decloak from Echo going to the top of the board. By the way, I finished eating my lunch, so there won't be any more long mutes for lunch eating. Sneaky in the back. Uh-oh.
Yeah, I think they're actually really decent on A-wings too.
All right, and took the 3 turn to the left. Interesting. Is he anticipating
trying to
Hollow?
block Hollow so then he could 4K behind him.
Yep. Well, looks like the opportunity is going to be there anyway.
Yeah, that's rough.
I think
Arwen is coming.
Arwen and Mama are home. Come get a squeeze. You got a new kitty toy. Hi.
Try to take the deplete for a... Well, he did take the deplete to attempt a barrel roll. Unsuccessfully. Gonna take the evade. Has been watching our quick tips. Focus just as good, if not better. With 3 agility.
Kylo taking the turn.
Yep, had the lock on Vader already, so just coming in for that focus extreme boost. I have you now.
Yeah, that tried to barrel roll is also super important because
he has another token now.
But he should have passed the lock there.
And here's going to be...
You are right. Why didn't he pass the lock? Man, Daniel's slipping here as the pressure's on.
Range 1. Vader uses his ability. That's going to be 4. Hollow spends the evade, but is going to pay with half points. Down to 1 hull.
Focus would not have helped him. I also knew that the target lock wouldn't have helped him either.
I have you now.
The target lock. You just read that too. Mm-hmm. James, you got one?
What did I get?
No, hold on. I'll explain it to you in a second. That was 1 crit,
Natties.
so 3 evades. You're half an Earl Jr. Give us your best. I have you now.
Me?
Yeah.
Why me?
I mean, Will did it. I did it.
We did it.
I didn't hear it.
I have you now.
Oh man, I have like the weakest voice. I have you now.
No,
yeah, it's terrible.
Boo.
Yeah, it's terrible. See, I'm terrible. I'll go back to my hole.
That was more of a stern dad than James Earl Jones, but
that's my thing though. Stern dad is yeah. That's it.
Perfect.
All right, and here, what I want to see is, can Doug has been, Echo's been limping along, but even with 1 health, still has the maneuverability that Echo has, and if you can't catch her, you're not going to get it. Now, we're going to use the luxury of digital X-Wing and move the camera. I want to remind you, in a couple weeks, we're going to have in-person X-Wing. And there's nothing we can do when that camera, when the play is up in that top corner. We got nothing for you.
That's when you need to get a drone, Dion.
Oh my god!
Just above the table the whole time.
just floating ever so closer to one of the opponent players. No.
Second camera. See, I've done the second camera. I will tell you, when it comes to traveling with multiple cameras like that, with the amount of weight it adds, I did it for a little bit, if you guys remember. I hooked up a secondary, top-down camera. for the number of times we switched to it, it wasn't worth it. For the amount of extra weight it added, because it put the bag over 50 pounds. So I had to pay extra every time. And like switching to it to like 3 or 4 times, not cost benefit analysis says nope, not worth.
The math does not check out.
Mm-hmm.
So we have Echo, Decloak left, Hard 1 left, trying to dip out of these firing arcs.
All right, Hollow facing down Vader. Vader's going to come in for the initiative kill. Like that's happening. So you know what? I'll take some shots. I'm going to take you off the table though. Oh, you know what? This is the turn for the Defender 1 bank.
Yeah, Kylo's trying to set up advanced proton here. Let's see what Vader decided on.
2 straight.
Not a lot of options here.
Is that range 1 to Kylo?
And his evade. And he forgot his evade.
No,
it was a 2 straight. And it's outside of range 1. Kylo's not going to have the advanced proton torpedo.
There you go. Best of both worlds here. Pass. Yeah. Ooh. Yeah. Fair enough. I was gonna say pass the lock, but maybe you don't want to do that.
And that's a guaranteed. DED dead.
4?
Why 4?
Well, he's dead anyways. Extra dead.
Yep.
Still dead. Why not boost a roll with Kylo? But you don't want to boost because you might actually block Vader accidentally, and you're just trying to get that shot on him.
And there's always the possibility of like overshooting. Like if you get too aggressive in there, and Vader goes fast, he can just end up past you, and then your run ends up being pointless. Only 1 hit. All right, but has a target lock.
Has the lock. All right, and a
Use the force for 3.
Either one.
And only taking 1. So he's going to be at an even 2-2. Vader's like, I'm the Hollow now.
Yeah, I'm just down to a little Baron now.
Now, a reminder that the reason why Vader lost the hull earlier was because of I'll show you the dark side. That's 2 hits. Vader still has a focus for defense and rolls the 2 he needs anyway.
Wow, that could have been a clutch attack there from the Epsilon. All right, so 1 health Echo was able to sneak around inside of that entire engagement, by the way. Multiple engagements he spent in there, doing some blocking, preventing some bear rolls, things of that nature. Now,
just let's again talk about the strategy that Doug employed. You know, we talked earlier about the possibility of that top right corner, where Echo was there, him trying to dip to the bottom of the board. But by bringing Echo to Vader, you're utilizing what Vader's good at, and that is attacking and being aggressive. So Daniel could not have ignored Vader. Like you have to make obvious choices with him, and just Echoes being a distraction, staying out of the way, and holding on to that other half points.
Exactly. Yeah, and Kylo's in a bit of an awkward spot here to chase Echo. Hard to predict what Vader's going to do. He's got the 4K open, so it's likely he just 4Ks and shoots the Epsilon, right?
Yep. Yeah, Kylo. Yeah, we'll see how. I know Kylo. Daniel has played quite a bit of Kylo. I'm assuming he's done a great job moving him around right now. All right. Well, that is that block is kind of self block there.
No, I mean he just kind of ran into Vader there.
Yeah.
He flipped the force when he flipped his dial.
Mm-hmm.
So Echo, I don't think he should have one evade. But
all the evades.
We know this. We know this. There it goes. It goes away now.
I got it.
Thank you. Yeah, because the Stygium is a evade action. You can't take more than one action. Well, can't take the same action more than once.
Right. Hollow could have, if you have, that doesn't make any sense. Sorry. Erase.
I mean,
Hollow is a situation where you could give a ship could end up with 2 evade tokens if they evaded themselves. It doesn't matter for Echo, obviously, because Hollow's not available to him. But anyway, here is Kylo. I think the plan is to try to get some.
So he locked Echo, and then a hard one. We have Vader come in, free evade and lock.
Yep,
and looks like
Echo's going to get an uncontested shot on the Epsilon Squadron.
Well, he's down a shield already, just 3 health.
Only 1 hit, no locks, and this is unmodified from the Epsilon.
It's range 3, but
natties.
So no big deal. No big deal. Gauntlet key. This one way. Can you afterburners boost and regular boost in the same turn? No, afterburners is still a boost action. You could decloak boost, be tractored boost, and afterburners boost all in the same turn if you wanted to.
Oh yeah. Okay. If you are a competitor and watching the stream, there is a break after this game. Well, we will end up having a break. We'll give the players about 20 minutes to get any food in their system, potty breaks, all the things. You know. If you know, you know.
I'm going to crash into stuff and roll natties. That's Epsilon's flight strategy.
And here, one of the things that Doug has prioritized is putting Echo in spots where it's difficult for him to be shot.
It's such a slippery ship. The changing of angles with that decloak is so powerful. And the almost like backwards movements of that kind of style of maneuvering as well. We see here able to get the block on Kylo, preventing the shot onto him. Vader does a little 4K. Free evade, does he boost into Kylo to try to put out some damage here? Sure does. Barely gets him with arc. I was expecting a bank boost. But,
and he has the force. There it is. Oh! Spends 1 force, but taken 2. Shields are down on the tormented apprentice.
No. He's shooting the Epsilon pilot.
Oh, he
doesn't want to see that dark side anymore. Not a fan.
Well, so he did a shield. No, not a shield. So he would have had 2 evades. Is that right?
He spent the Epsilon's evade. Yeah.
Got it. So it would have been he did 2 damage there. So he's half points.
Yeah.
Half points on the Epsilon. Here's Echo going into the Epsilon, trying to finish him off. And does. Epsilon Squadron Cadet taken off the board.
Ooh, it's a direct hit.
Little extra damage there.
Direct hit for Kylo. The Supreme Leader, or in this case, Tormented Apprentice, has his work cut out for him.
Both Epsilons had the direct hits.
Yeah.
Right. Points question, James. If Kylo doesn't give up half and kills Echo and does 1 damage to Vader, he's up on points?
No, he needs to half and kill. He needs to half Vader, kill Echo.
Both, right.
Both.
And then he would be up on points.
Yes.
So, but that 2 damage is the difference then.
Yeah, he
Just
needs to deal 8
2
damage to Echo, and it deals 2 damage to Vader. But Vader's kind of...
No, just 1 damage to Vader. He's already at 4 of 7.
Oh, you're right. So he only needs to deal 2 damage.
Yes,
2
total.
damage. On some of the
Doug's
most
strategy right
defensive
here
chips.
is don't get shot.
I mean, it's been working for Echo. Echo might as well have had, 1 health this whole game. Not quite, but you know what I'm saying.
Yeah, I think you do that, and then you... Oof. I kind of want a 3K here.
He's taking the evade. Run away.
Yeah. Doug finally has some real good headway in this fight. So, once again, we see Echo force, reroll, evade, 4 agility, just baiting shots away from Vader, who's going to pretty clearly just 4K, right?
Something really other important here is that Vader is blocking Kylo from boosting in and getting a lock boost and throwing an APT.
Which would get that 5 dice, pushing past that cloaked agility. He picked up the lock last round, though. Did he spend it?
There's a K.
There is a lock underneath of that cloak token.
And a boost.
He found it.
Okay, yeah.
Vader does have that target lock, 2 force. We'll see what he does here. Oh, baby. Just natty. Kylo, he will have to dump both force if he wants to take the defense and show the dark side. What is he going to do? He's going to do it. I'll show you the dark side.
You need to. Oh. Yeah, but you need that. You also need to double mod that proton torpedo, too.
We'll see what card does he want. I think it's probably a panic pilot.
Panicked, wounded also wouldn't be too bad.
And it is a panic pilot. That's the one that's sitting out there.
Excuse me. All right, that's good.
Kylo's got the range 1.
Is he going to risk the no force APT? Sure is.
Here we go. 5 dice. Advanced proton torpedo. Oh, wolf.
Rough start here. Gonna spin the lock. It's around there somewhere.
It's hiding. Ta-da! All right, only has 1. Looking to get at least 2 more on the reroll here. Got 2 more. You end up with 3. Hit, crit after the proton conversion.
Yeah, we're gonna need double blanks here, and it doesn't happen. Force.
Safe.
Out and alive. Yeah, I had force and evade.
Man, that's massive because also that 5 dice shot now is gone. Your way to guarantee a crit into Vader and potentially do that panic pilot also gone. 109-37. And like we stated earlier, you only got to put a little ding on Vader to get a healthy amount of points. We'll see if Vader lets you. And as we're waiting here for this game to resolve, we got about 10 minutes left. I want to remind our audience that there is going to be a small break for the players after this. We'll be hanging out with you for a little bit. And then we'll take our break just to make sure that the tournament's running smoothly, take care of all the things we got to do. But want to remind everybody that if you want to participate in the Galactic Championship Series, it's not too late. We got a ton of events left, a ton. Our next Galactic Championship event is Best Spin. Best Spin is happening during the Brisbane, Australia time zone. That's UTC plus 10. That's going to be June 5th. Then June 26th, we have Lamu, which is the Buenos Aires time zone. UTC minus 3. It's like one time zone over farther than the East Coast. So if you're in the U.S., that one's honestly not too bad. And then we're going to Dagobah, July 17th. Here we go. Vader, he's going to get a range 1 shot after Kylo bumps into Echo. Here's the range 1 shot. Full string. 3 hits and a crit. Kylo spends the force, but still takes a shield. That could have been way worse for Kylo.
Yeah, he got very lucky there. That it didn't end up being, 2 shields and a crit going through or something like that.
Mm-hmm.
And Echo, honestly, taking advantage of this, what do I want to say, the lower initiative blocking potential.
Mm-hmm.
That's a main thing that people have to understand when you're flying like these initiative 3s and 4s. You need to both know how to ace with your ship, but also know how to get it into blocking positions and fill both roles.
100%. It's a little bit too often that people lean on like, oh, it's just better to move last. Well, yeah, for sure. It is ready to move last. It is better to move last, but that's easier a lot of times. Give yourself the challenge of moving first sometimes. Get that experience. If you're in a scrimmage game, just give away the initiative a couple times and or take the first player, excuse me, and just you must learn.
I mean, we've been interacting with jams a lot lately since Fall Strain Spawner Code's out, and I've been equating jam to essentially blocking an opponent. So be a jam action that prevents them from shooting at you as well. That's like essentially blocking someone could be the effect of a jam token and a weapons disabled, like we saw in this last round. So like Kylo couldn't shoot, couldn't take any actions, right? So like blocking is certainly a lost art.
Some cool paint jobs there on the Imperials.
Ooh, I like that shot of them, yeah. Meeting up together here. So it has to use a single force to extreme maneuvers back in. Not sure if that gets him a shot on Echo, but it does get outside of Vader's arc. Ooh,
we got a range 3 shot.
Uncloaked. Echo. Potentially Lone Wolf, Force and Evade.
Oh, whiffs.
Wow.
And here's range 2 coming back.
It does have Lone Wolf.
Yep. Funky angles is the reason why one has range 2 and the other one has range 3. And that's going to be 2 crits. Safe.
Man.
5 and change.
Kylo, so desperately just trying to make this a one-on-one fight.
Mm-hmm.
Dealing with both of these Imperial ships still, which is, to be fair, 188 points of Doug Howe's list. Still, Doug never lost any efficiency, and that is one of the strengths of these 2 ship builds, is that they could be both on 1 health, and it's not like their attack or defensive power has changed at all.
And Doug continuing the strategy here, just be in the way. Just be in the way. This is going to be a K turn with a boost. Kylo only has 1 force. Yep.
Range 2.
Doug is getting everything he wants right now. Spend Vader's force for his ability. And you're slowly depleting Kylo's force. He's now going to only have 1 for the next turn.
Yeah, you can't get a turn off to mess with these guys. And even now, like, Echo decloaks back and left, and hard 1 barrel rolls, and you can cover a 4K. You can cover a lot of positions that Kylo is trying to do here. And when you map out that Echo, wow. The amount of places you could be with the, 6 different decloaks, every maneuver on the dial, plus an option to boost and or barrel roll.
Mm-hmm.
Just pick up your ship and put it anywhere.
Yeah, with afterburners, that's even a crazier amount of...
That's what I'm saying. That's the huge decision tree of where that ship can go.
This is a tool that was made in first edition, but it really does a great job of showing it off. We'll show it on screen here in a minute. It's called echolocation, and it gives you all the things. It shows you. You'll see. You'll understand here in a minute.
Man, I want to see the echolocation of Ada's. I really want to see the echolocation of Supernatural Extreme Maneuvers Ahsoka. Wow. The places she could go. Someone told me it's like 100 and something different places. It's crazy.
Somebody in the chat saying, "Hey, Grandpa, you want to see the dark side?" Vader comes back. I am the dark side, boy. And Vader's going to have another range 1 opportunity.
Yeah, he's like, oh, do I need to even take tokens? I guess I will. Yeah, Kylo, no force because he had to do the barrel out boost back in to get this shot on Echo.
And that's for guaranteed losing the shield. Will it be more? Yes, it will be. You got half points.
Now Kylo's got to kill Vader in the next 2 minutes.
Quick shout out to Jonas Malapas for signing up for a Galaxies qualifier while we're live here. I do get notifications on my phone for these things. So shout out to you, my friend.
That's right. GoldSquadronPodcast.com. Get your tickets now.
Range 2 here is a reroll. Just 1. Jonas coming for your templates. Hey, let him come. Right here. I mean, these guys are moving at a great pace, but Doug right now is dialed in. With Kylo being stressed, he can't K-turn. You're going to probably see Echo, just go to the right. Decloak to the right and just be in the way.
Yeah, he's done an excellent job of it so far.
So is the correct strategy here for Daniel now just trying to hold on to the points? Like, are you just holding on to you at the last turn?
Last round, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, 5 forward. Or just hard 1. Yeah. Is Vader gonna 3 forward or 5K? Or 4K rather? It's a big decision. Yeah, like to try to shake him. And see if he did what kind of shenanigans Kylo did do. Yeah, he's
just
trying to avoid all that.
Hold on to the half points there. There's no reason to overextend here. You weren't going to get any other points anyway. and just try to protect yourself. There's an extreme maneuvers boost there, just trying to be more in the way.
He's trying to arc dodge a 4K.
Yep.
And Vader's like, nah, I chose the other one. 50-50 decision. You chose wrong. Sorry.
Another range 1 shot, and that's going to be 4 as well. 3 hits and a crit. Takes hit crit. If it's a double, he's dead. What do we get? Oh, no, sorry, he is dead. He takes hit crit. He's gone. He's gone. Shot boom.
Wow. He tried. Oh, man. Why did. Well,
I mean,
such a great second and third round for Daniel, and just falls apart to the strength of Vader and Echo, and also Doug Howe is flying.
Exactly. One of the things that we saw Doug do, and we talk about this all the time, he played, even though Echo, very quickly in the game, down to 1 hull, used the tools he had to his advantage, and just tried to push for that win, and was able to get it. Daniel had the early lead and wasn't able to hold on. Thank you to both players for playing. It's time to switch into TO mode, and then we're going to do stretch goals. Thank you to ISO, Danko, Baffle, Trojan, Prophet, Shadow, Tycho, Spice, Raider, Lancer, and Fallen, our Grand Admiral patrons, and all of our Gold Squadron patrons and community members. Thank you so much for your support. Gold Squadron out.